Hello and welcome. Right, we have something to unbox. I'm blind by that light as well. I've just done a quick unboxing video and I haven't actually turned the light down. So good afternoon to everybody. Hopefully everybody is all fit and well. So Reese, hello to you, Ultra Bricks, Shibo, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Hopefully we are all right. Let's just have a look. Looks all different. I don't know what's gone on. It's all changed for some reason. But yeah, with regards to today, obviously we did the live stream last night, which is obviously all Pokemon bits and pieces. And today is, of course, Pokemon Day. So has any of you picked up anything Pokemon related? Or are you going to wait and see? Because I went into the Lego store today at 12:15 in the afternoon just for a look around. And they had probably 100 EVs out ready for you to buy. They had all the big sets, they had all the other sets, everything was there. They had the giveaways, they had all those little bits and pieces. It was all absolutely fine. So did anybody crumble? Did anybody get anything at all? Good afternoon to you, John. Hopefully you are okay. But yeah, the Lego store itself, super calm. Super calm. So yeah, all nice and simple, nice and easy. So we're going to get this monstrosity unboxed. I've had a quick look, but I've not had a deep dive. So I'm going to do a deep dive with you guys and girls. If we get through this quick enough, we will then build the giveaway. If not, that giveaway will get built sometime this week because there's going to be a lot of building over the next couple of days. So yeah, that has been an interesting day. Definitely an interesting day. It was not planned at all. But yeah, here we are. And we are going to crack on. Now, what first thing I need to do, I'm trying not to go blind. There we go. Is turn that light. That's better. Turn that light down. So Shibo is saying, all good, Reese, such a beautiful day. What's in the box? Says Killian. Something silly. Something silly. That is what is in the box. So yes, we have to get this thing unboxed, see what it's all about. I have had a sneak peek just to make sure it is in there and just make sure that, you know, one or two bits and pieces are all right. If you are watching this on the replay, there will be a much shorter video coming as an upload of it just being quickly unboxed. But I want to take a deep dive into the instruction booklets and all that kind of thing as well. But this box it's a big one. It is a big one. So yeah, and the artwork looks nice. So it came with this. So this is a nice looking thing. So obviously, if you break the price point for this is what you get. And they have loads and loads and loads of these inside the Lego store. So if you are getting your bits and pieces on the 1st of March, you should be absolutely fine. And picked up that, absolutely no problem whatsoever. So that should give away what is in the box. So they said to me that they hadn't even sold 50% of the allocated giveaways in store. So I think the Lego group did the right thing of doing the pre-orders. Well done, Callum. I'm glad you got your order in last night, by the way. Fantastic stuff. Good. So yeah, I'm glad everybody's got the bits and pieces that you want. The Lego website seemed to be absolutely fine. But I thought, well, I'll do this with you because it's going to be a nightmare. Because, right, you guys and girls have designed the Lego room. You put the stuff where it needs to be. And now I've got to try and get these things out the box while on a live stream without breaking things. So now you wonder why things get broken up in here. All of your fault, basically. Oh God, could you imagine Sean popping out the box like a really cheap strippogram? That wouldn't be very good. Right. So is anybody going to be building anything this weekend? Is anybody going to be tucking into anything at all? All in the name of entertainment. Oh, no. All in the name of entertainment. Right. So I'm going to have to stand up for this, I think I don't think I have a choice, to be fair. I don't think I have a choice at all. Right, so we are here, and this thing is absolutely massive. And what I'm scared of, if it falls out the box and it smashes the laptop. So we're probably going to spend the next hour or so taking this out, having a look at the instruction booklet, seeing basically what it's all about. We'll use the Lego website as much as we can as well. And then we will be doing the Double Dirty today, where I'll go live later on, because I want to find out where all the new releases are coming for the 1st of March. So we have got inside, I can't actually flip it round. We have got da-da. So yes, an absolute monstrosity of a thing, but it does look like it should be quite a good build, because if you like your Super Mario, the Venusaur is about the same size as Bowser. So Reese is undecided on the Pokemon set, and depends if there's any left on Sunday. Not quite sure. Does it have to? It is have to amount of points. Yeah, that's it. My order literally just ships, says Callum. Happy days. Yeah, happy days. They're going to get them out quickly. They're going to get them out quickly to you. But yeah, the box artwork is fantastic on these sets. So many of them in store as well. They've got loads and loads. So I'm assuming what they're expecting is this weekend they're going to get bombarded for all of the Eevees, because the amount of Eevees that they had on display. And to be fair, the Eevee looked quite nice. Pikachu is huge as well. So that's why it's so expensive, because the actual Pikachu is massive and the stand itself is ridiculously big. Right, hang on. Let's take a look. See, so what's going to happen is I'm going to run out of space and I'm going to smash something and break my neck at the same time. So this is all going to be exciting for everybody. All right, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, it's a big old thing. Big old thing. So, but can I get this box out the way and hit the lights, because I'm stuck at the moment. Ting, ting, clang, clang. Come on. Ooh. All right, there we go. One very large box ready to be recycled. But yeah, the box artwork on this is lovely. Let me get the other box out of the way. Like I said, no room. There is no room here whatsoever. So, what is everybody going to be building this weekend? Has anybody got anything on the short list that they're going to be doing? Shiba, I know your list is outrageous. Have you? What else? What are you going to be doing now? Have you finished your Bricklink set, Shiba? Have you done and completed that? Because you've had a serious sort of build to start with all of your bits and pieces, haven't you? So you haven't done too badly at all. All right, here we go. Yeah, I'm just stuck basically. Yeah, how's the build going for you, Shiva? How are you getting on with? Wow, I've got contacts, Killian. I've got contacts. That's what it's all about. Went to the Lego store today and just happened to be there. I was like, ooh, okay. I went for a look around thinking all of these would be sold out, and they weren't. They had plenty of them available, which clearly means either nobody likes them or everybody bought them on the pre-order. I know a lot of people are getting their pre-orders at the moment as well, aren't they? So yeah, the box artwork on this, you've got the nice flap up at the top, which is this thing just there. So you've got the nice flap at the top. And then you've got that. And then I've got to make sure this doesn't hit the button to end the stream. You've then got some boxes on the inside. So not too bad. Well, I did manage to film the travel. So there'll be literally, you're going to get bombarded and flooded with stuff from me today, because I did that little video this morning. We're going to be on for an hour or so. Then I'm going to upload the store video, so you guys and girls can have a look at the sets on the shelf and just see how many there were, because honestly, there was close to 100 Eevees there, no problem whatsoever. And that'll give me time to flat pack the boxes and get everything set up here for tomorrow. And then we'll go live at 8 o'clock again tonight. and crack on with everything. But yeah, you've got some nice flaps, basically. Nice flaps. That's there we go. That's it. We've done it. Who wanted the loop roller coaster here? I can't even turn the box all the way around. This loop coaster, it's dangling on my table. It's in the way. So yeah, it's a nice looking thing. It is a nice looking thing. The box artwork all the way around does look very, very smart. It is a big, chunky thing. Big chunky thing. So yeah, it's a nice looking thing. We'll get it open. We'll have a look see on the inside. Everything's like the video so far. Thank you very much indeed. Now, because we always have a poll running, it's up to you guys and girls today. What do you want in the poll? So you let me know what it is you want in the poll, and we'll make a poll up for the next sort of 45 minutes or so as we get this bit out. Because it was a successful enough live stream last night with the amount of people that were waiting for the bits and pieces. But yeah, the Pokeball boxes, they do look very, very, very smart indeed. So you've got, I'll just get the one out for now. Obviously, there's three boxes on the inside. Each one of these boxes has a different bit of artwork on the back. So let's get that over on here. So yeah, this is the thing. So that is the front, obviously. That's the side, and then that's the back. So on the back of each of the boxes, you've got three different emblems. You've got one for fire, you've got one for earth, and you've got one for water as well, which is always nice. Eevee Lego Eevee I get tomorrow at 9 a.m. Well, you got loads of them in store. So if I went there today, tons of them. They said to me that they had 70 Eevees in the stock room, and there must have been nearly 100 of them on the floor. So you will be absolutely fine getting your Eevee tomorrow. Fingers crossed, obviously. But it should be all right. Callum says, I hope I don't get a big box with 30 of the cardboard boxes. Yeah. Well, no, with this, it's just 3 big boxes, and then you got all the bags. So you should be all right, Callum. You should be all right. Oh, is that what the emblems are on the back, is it? Fair enough. Fair enough. So you've got on the inside, you've got all of the different bits and pieces like so. I do like the Pokédex numbers on the front. I think that's quite a smart looking thing. But this is a huge instruction booklet. Huge instruction booklet. So yeah, you've got some nice bits. You got some nice bits and pieces, but yeah. Let's take a look see at this. I've got the Eiffel Tower box with like 3 cardboard boxes over here. Yeah, that's it. So this isn't as big as the Eiffel Tower though box, I don't think. There's a lot of bags in it, but I don't think there is. But the nice thing is on the inside of this, and this is where I'm going to share it with you on the Lego website, is they've got all of the bits and pieces on the Pokédex, which is nice. So yeah, it's a nice thing. You know what? I've been re-watching over the last couple of weeks Series 1 and Series 2 of the original Pokemon with Bulbasaur, and not once do they mention Bulbasaur is a grass poison type. They only class him as a grass type, which is really weird and bizarre. So, but it does say in the instruction booklet exactly what Callum's just said. How do you find the bit? What we're going through? I think we caught up. With everything. John said, I built a pair of Lego Crocs for the upscaled minifigures last night. Nice. It's the red shirt one. So I made the so that's actually we'll get the Lego website up and running, because the red shirt upscaled figure is actually quite important. So let's have a look. Upscaled Lego minifigure. So you got the red shirt. So this one. So we're having a quick look at this last night because we're seeing all the different bits and pieces. So if I get this up, and do this like that. There we go. It's all I don't know why, but it's a completely different layout this evening. I can't find it. So with this one, this is the one that John's talking about, obviously. This is the one that is outside the Lego campus. So this is actually quite an important character as well. So there's an Easter egg of this character in the new Lego Billund set, isn't there? So at the Lego house. Lego house. And we've got Lego house exclusive. Which is going to look like this. On the new iHeart Billund set, this figure that John is talking about is also included on here. So this set comes out on the 1st of March. But there you go, John. So you've got a little baby version just down there, look. So they've added that in as the little baby as well. Yeah, so it's a nice looking. I think it's a nice looking set. It does look nice. Apparently now I've got an unstable connection. What is going on this evening? What is it working now? I have no idea what it's doing. I can hear the rain on the roof, but it shouldn't make a difference. But yeah, that set looks really nice with regards to the little one up at the top. So yeah, it looks looks very, very, very smart. So yeah, so the minifigure isn't outside the Lego house, it's outside the university. So you've got the three colourful bricks are outside the Lego house, and then round the corner at the university, which is just beside the hotel, that's where that big thing is. So Misha says the Lego Eevee is coming in the morning before 9 a.m. Oh, so what are you getting it? You getting it sent to you, Misha, or are you? Oh, so it's coming to you. Ah, nice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a Lego. Yes, this is what this whole set's about. Yeah. So the iHeart Billunds. Yeah. So let's have a look. Lego House exclusive set. So yeah, so what you've got in this exclusive set, that's why it's all to do with Billund, is on the set itself, you have got all of the different pieces. So on the iHeart Billund house, you've got all the bits and pieces coming through. Obviously, it's available from the 1st, but it's a nice looking set. But that's the university, that's the campus. That thing just there. So it's the Lego campus, the Lego University campus. They keep calling it different things. Then that's the Kirk house. That's the Lego house, which to get from there to there, it's like 10-minute walk, I would imagine. And then the Lego park is well away from that. So they've got all the main different bits and pieces that are there. But yeah, it's where they all work. So it's a very big looking thing. So that's the Lego house itself. Huge looking thing. And then you walk it around the corner. There's your bakery and all the other little bits and pieces that are just down there. I said this before, you've got a nice place to grab some food. Down in here, if you want a nice burger, that's a nice little burger place just in there. So you can pick one of those up if required. And then you've got the Legoland. And then you've got this bit, which is the big university campus thing. So yeah, it's a very odd, because they've got a working gym there. You can stay there with friends and family and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's a nice looking thing. So with regards to this, are the instructions available to share yet? Because if they're not available, then that's going to suck. Let's have a look. Instructions. that again. Right, there we are. So, have we got it? Yeah, I could take you around there. No problem. 72153. Right, is this going to work? Because they haven't yet got the box artwork up there. I'm hoping they have. I had to share it with you otherwise. So I've got it in front of my hand. This is the first booklet that we've just taken out of this box. Can we do it? Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. So it saves me taking them all out. So they've now finally got all 3 PDFs on here. So they would have gone, because we checked at midnight, didn't we? And they weren't available last night. So Charizard and Blastoise and Venusaur. So hopefully, I think I clicked on Venusaur. Funky one. This is the one. Yes, look at it. So I would say that this is there or thereabouts the same size as Bowser, but obviously Bowser's stood up and this is on all fours. But what I wanted to share with you is it's just much easier is the Pokédex stuff. Because I think this looks pretty cool, to be honest. I think it's a nice looking thing. So John says it looks as goofy as the Crocs is a real person. Oh, there we go, John. There we go. So big question is what Pokemon did you pick to start with? Did you have the green, the red, the blue, or the yellow? Yeah, which one did you have? And I'm glad that Misha's already got the delivery time for the slot as well, which is good. But no, this is the first time because I haven't looked I haven't read it out the instruction booklet yet. So if I move, I can keep that there. So I've got a little bit of space. Well, that's all right then. Well, at least you can tuck into that tomorrow. That's ideal. So seed is the category. It's 2 meters, 6'7", 100 kilos in weight. Abilities is overgrown, and its weakness is fire, ice, flying, and psychic. So basically, this one literally grows forests, doesn't it? That's what this does. So the relatively peaceful Lego Pokemon Venusaur can thrive anywhere, even out of sunlight. So the articulation is in the legs. I'm not too sure if the mouse moves or not on that one. So the height of it is 8 inches in height. But you can see what it would weigh. You can see what they've done. They've done their own Lego version of it, which is pretty clever. Callum says, Bulbasaur is what I chose. It was the best choice in terms of the game. Yeah, I had the Pokemon Yellow. So with Yellow, you start with Pikachu, if I remember rightly. So I didn't have the choice of all 3, if I remember rightly, that is. But what have we got? Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise are the 3 of the most sought-after Pokemon in digital games and in the trading card games. Now you can collect and build them together. The final evolutions of the first partner Pokemon from the Kanto region are live characters. At least they feel the way to us. Because I don't think they're ever going to do these 3 as a trio again, obviously. Because what would they do next year in terms of this scale that we're looking at on the screen? Reese is a Bulbasaur fan. So Reese went for Bulbasaur. Yeah, you got to make use of these before I change them. But yeah, so it's because what we got, you discover a few hidden hints of their type inside. Big personalities discover big displays. We experimented with different ways to blend their environments and colors palettes on one huge model. We use a fun of challenging building techniques, shape the Pokemon and the platform to showcase natural habitat. Yeah, so all of the stuff in store did look very, very good indeed. And if anybody's obviously picked this one up, then I think you'll have a nice time. But literally, Charizard has been given the shaft. It does not look good split up with Charizard by itself. So Reese says, ordered a few little sets which should come Monday. Then can't forget the shipping container. Well, yeah, if you get the shipping container on Sunday with something else, you should be good and get the giveaway with it, which would be a nice thing. Yeah, because you've got all the bits and pieces, and that's the first booklet. So at the end of the booklet, what does it tell us? You got grass. I guess the purple's a poison. Nothing. Right, what else have they added in new for? Well, download Bulbasaur as a second node. Let's see what this is all about. So what do we have for this one? So we've got another Pokédex. It deliberately increases its body weight so it can withstand the recoil of water jets and fires. Fair enough. So again, this is smaller in height anyway. It only weighs 85 points. I can't believe the other one's so much heavier. So the articulation on this one is in the arms and the cannons. And that's what it looked like in the game. Does anybody remember this part of the game? So you've got Pokemon Red, Blue, Pokemon Gold, Pokemon Silver on those. But yeah, I had Pokemon Yellow. So Sean. Oh, we have just listening. Sean's just listening. I think the new games are on an engine as well. Says fair enough. So what do we think? What do we think is going to be the next trick to do? Will they try and do them again from the first couple of seasons, or will they move it? Will they move it forward a little bit more? Because yeah, there's a lot to this. Catching and training Pokemon. So this instruction booklet's got a lot more about the game. For the fans of ages around the world, memories of catching and training these Pokemon are still associated with deep affection and nostalgia, helping them grow and see them reach their full potential. They are classic examples of the amazing creatures that we have met over the decades. The stories that keep us coming back for the Pokemon universe. Yeah, I don't remember these. I've never seen it. That's why I've not seen it from Ruby or Sapphire. It's got a different start. And the Pokemon Red Fire, no, it's a different start. I think because I've not played any of the other versions apart from Yellow. So Misha said I'd love to get the Lego house, but I'm in the USA. Yeah, so the Lego house sets, they're the exclusive sets. You can only get them from Bill. And the crazy thing is they're not actually that much money, but obviously you've got to be able to get them. That is the only downfall of all of them. And then it looks like we go in. So 27 bags are for the first one, and then we start at bag number 28 for the second one. So how many bags are there in total? This is going to take a while to put together, I would imagine, anybody that's going to be doing it. We'll have a look at the Pikachu and the Eevee as well. We'll have a look at all the instruction booklets just to see what all the new ones are like, because obviously they weren't online up until midnight, were they? So you've not been able to see any of the artwork, unless of course you've been following other people that are much better than I am. Right, Charizard. So you can see by the sizes, like the PDFs are getting smaller and smaller. So I'm assuming Charizard is the smallest one. Yes, Reese, there is. There is a newish Lego that's exclusive to the Legoland parks. And that has the Ollie the Dragon, the green dragon shooting around the outside of it. So yeah, at the moment they've got a couple of different lines that they're doing. So you've got the exclusive Lego house sets, the exclusive Lego Land sets, which, I mean, in America you've got 3 Legoland parks to get to, and you've got a huge selection of stuff for it. Right, and then yeah. And that's it, really. They don't do any other exclusive. They don't do any other exclusive stuff. It could well be, Reese. It could well be. They could put it in there. Yeah, there's some nice. There are some nice themes out and about at the moment as well. Right. What? Does anybody want to do a poll today, or nobody fussed? Because normally we have a poll running, but why don't we do it for the Lego Crocs? Engage with your audience. Start a poll. For free, would you? There you go. Crocs. For a free reward. You use a logo Crocs for 7 days. Right, there we go. Something silly in the poll. Something silly. So it says about Charizard, if Charizard becomes truly angered, the flame at the tip of its tail burns a light blue shade. And obviously, as we know, if the flame goes out, it's no good, is it? Because it would be gone and dead. So not nice to think that it can happen and go obviously completely wrong. That's a good question to anybody. Does anybody know of any Pokemon that has actually died? I'm sure there's some facts and figures about all of them, but we know that they've been released, but have they ever been spoken about in a past tense? So the weakness is water, electric, and rock. So this is Pokemon Yellow, this one. So it weighs 200 pounds, height 5'7". When expelling a blast of super hot fire, the reds, because I think I had Charizard, I managed to evolve to Chew Charizard on Pokemon Yellow. And I'm pretty sure Pokemon Yellow was Mew or Mewtwo as well. Yeah, so that's a good idea. The actual Pikachu in store looked massive, but I was a bit weary to why they didn't have it on the stand. So the stand was just in a case by itself, and they're walking around with the Pikachu. So the Pikachu is big. It's a big thing. That's why it's so much money. And then you pay all that extra money for a stand. But it is big. It just doesn't seem to come across as big as what it is. But yeah, this one weighs 90.5 kilos. I have not played the Pokemon game for so long. So long. Look at Pokemon Charizard. Likes to flap its wings and scan your home for potential battle. So obviously this is number 6. So this one has the most articulation, apart from, if I've read this, if I've heard this correctly, shall I say, you can't tip the head forward because it's meant to be on the stand, I think. So the head moves, the mouth moves, but because these pieces are in there, you can't put the head forward. So that should be good. Should be good fun. There's now over 1,000 Pokemon. Well, I know because I've just finished Series 1 and I'm halfway through Series 2. I've been watching it every single night. Can you remember the Pokemon rap that they used to do at the end of every episode? But there's like 50 episodes of series, and there was only 150 Pokemon that they were talking about in the first series. So now there's over 1,000 of them. So they've been adding. Well, actually, they've been adding good numbers every year, but we know this is the 30th year anniversary, isn't it? This is the 30th year anniversary of these as of today. But this is the newer game. So what's this? This is the I don't know what game that one is. Because I've not played any of the newer stuff. I've only ever played it on Game Boy. That is it. I just wanted something new to do, Ultra Bricks, and with regards to how popular the theme seems to be, and I really enjoy it as well, it just kind of felt right getting it there and then, because I wanted to see it first anyway, because if it was a massive disappointment, that's why I prefer going into the store, because the pictures are awful. But the video that'll be uploaded in about 40 minutes time, it didn't look great in the actual counter, which was a little bit weird, but it's nice. Pokemon ZA downloadable downloadable content is to buy today. Nice. It was, yeah, the original 151 Pokemon released in the first Pokemon. It did, and they did the Pokemon wrap, didn't they, at the end? That's the only reason why it's fresh in my memory, because they used to, every day they added more Pokemon on. So by Friday, you literally had to, they wrapped all of them. So it's on YouTube. If you want to watch it, it's free to watch on YouTube. You can go all the way to the beginning from Pokemon TV. There's no adverts, so you can just tuck in and see what that's all to do with. So that's a nice, well, that's a nice thing to do, a nice thing to have a look and see. I think it was, yeah, it was the first. I had the Sega Mega Drive, so I played Sonic. I think it was Sonic, Pro Evolution Soccer, so PES, and then Game Boy for this, and that was it. That's all I ever did. So does this one just crack on and go straight in? Yes, it does. And then that's what this is. So this starts at bag 50. So Bulbasaur is not a very big build, but Bulbasaur does look a lot smaller than the others. But it makes sense because they're actually telling you which is the bigger ones. So yeah, if you're looking forward to your sets coming, the instruction booklet should be easy enough to follow. I just dread to think how much Charizard's wing is if you rip it by mistake, because I don't think that fabric's going to be cheap. But no, it looked nice. This, what we're looking at on the screen now, it looked nice in store. And it's definitely going to be, they're going to be doing loads of them. It's just this doesn't look very good. This bit as a standalone, I can see people going to try and mock this, but you'd have to rebuild it all from scratch. So I'm quite surprised that they didn't do what they did with the Ninjago and cover it, because with the Ninjago stuff, they did cover the pins and everything, but they didn't seem to do it. So, and there you go. That is Charizard quite literally getting the shaft. So it goes straight up its back bottom for that one. But yeah, there's a lot with regards to the instruction booklets. Now, what is the item number for Pikachu? 72152. Right, okay. Let's have a look. 72152. Right, Pikachu and Pokeball. Right, so this is on here. That's what this looks like. But it's big. This thing is huge. This thing's huge. No, that's it. You can't. No, you can't. That's why it was where it was. It was hidden in the, because I wanted to have a full 360 walk around of the actual set, and they had it in a cabinet where you couldn't see the back, and it was just on the front by the store. So that's what they were doing. So yeah, you can see why they were trying to do what they were doing. That's for sure. Let me just, what I'll do is we're looking at that. Let me just stop sharing this. I'm going to put this back just so it doesn't get wrecked. Does anybody know what that is actually going to be? Because we've heard rumors. People have heard rumors, and we've heard the brick count a couple of times, but I don't know what it is going to be. So I would like to know what the end result of it will be, to be honest. No, I don't want that out. I need that out, because I'm going to sort the bags out, because I'm going to start building this obviously tomorrow. So that's what's going to happen with that. But I need to have the bags set up. So we're going to do a bit of prep after this as well. So yeah, you can see, big old box. It's a big old box. Right, that's out. I've got some space now. I've got some space. There's some space, which is good. Yes. Did you? I've been far too busy before you say anything for Ninjago. I haven't managed to do your things yet. They will be coming. Yeah, because see, the big ones, Colosseum and the Eiffel Tower, aren't they? So it'd just be interesting to see what happens. Lego Yogo. Ah, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. There is supposed to be a set coming for that. That'd be another interesting insight into what potentially could be the actual Lego group. So with regards to the poll, for a free reward, would you use the Lego Crocs for 7 days? And 50% of you say no. And bearing in mind, that is 7 days non-stop. So you'd have to wear them at work as well. So we've got 12% of you say absolutely, 38% of you said yes, and 50% of you are being honest, I think. But good afternoon to early evening, everybody. So we're just going to go through these. I think we've got a plan of attack now. Get through these. I will sort out the bag numbers, ready to crack on with the live stream build as of tomorrow. Then there'll be, I've got a Lego store video that from today that will go up. And then later on, we will be doing a deep dive into where all of the Lego sets are going to be going to on the 1st of March. Because obviously we'll be seeing the aftermath of the Pokemon Day, obviously, because I want to sort of check what's on back order and what's gone and who got what and everything else. So obviously we'll be using a Pokemon image, but a big focus point of tonight's live stream is to make sure that you guys and girls know where the stuff is coming. Because of course, it all depends on, you'll be best off if you want the new giveaway to get the exclusive set. So this is exactly what I familiarized myself with, because this is the Pokemon Yellow. So yeah, this is now bringing flashback memories to me. But yeah, did anybody have Pokemon Yellow? Or was it just me? Apparently also, yes, there is. Yeah, no, apparently no. You're right, because the Power Rangers won the Lego Ideas, so it got announced. It's officially been announced by the Lego Group that is coming, but we just don't know when it is. So yeah, so no, you are smack on with that, Callum. Absolutely smack on. So yeah, that was done. Yeah, they've announced that it's going to be. They've shown they've said that they did a big thing at the Lego house, and the people that are affiliated with the Lego group went over there, and they have confirmed from Lego themselves that it was the 2025. They were making a big deal out of it because it was the most sets, I think, for Lego Ideas to get selected. And that is the winner. So if you go on the Lego Ideas website, it has been selected to be a set. And I'm assuming it's going to be coming at some point in 2026. But there's a lot of Lego Ideas sets to come. So you actually soak this in and read it. So when it gets angry, it immediately discharges the energy stored in its pouches and its cheeks. Yes, it does. It is an angry little Pokemon, this, isn't it? Pikachu is an angry little thing. I think I do want this one. I just think it's just a little bit too big on the base. And the actual thing itself's massive. That's the problem. Pikachu, if Pikachu is the same scale as Eevee, with the same build as Eevee, I don't think there'll be anything left of them in the store. But it's not. It really is very, very big. Switch 2 game. Yeah, see, I haven't got any of the Switches. There is some new Pokemon stuff coming, actually, isn't there? What else was there? Yeah, there was. What we got? Yeah, so your inquiry for area in Amsterdam. Yeah, so it's so obviously the Lego Ideas stuff. People, as everybody knows, you put it in, it gets 10,000 signatures or support, and then it goes into the review process from the Lego group. But Pokemon, the Power Rangers got put into the review of the Lego group and has been confirmed it's going to be a set, Whereas a lot of the others, they are still waiting to hear back because I think they do it every year. So depending on when it hit the 10K mark, you might not hear anything about it until December. And then if it gets selected, it will then be another 6 or 7 months until it gets shown off and announced. So it takes almost 2 to 3 years for that kind of thing. Pokemon Red, Pokemon Blue. Oh, it was in black and white, wasn't it? Because I had a Game Boy Color. So I saw all of my stuff in color. Check me out. Ultra Brick says, I believe in you, Matt. I think you can fit a big one in with a bigger base in. So basically, Ultra Brick is like, I'm not going to buy these sets, but I would really enjoy watching you build them. So could you please get them? I'm like, yes, okay. Well, it's time will tell, I think, because that is a good question. How big is the fan base for Pokemon Yellow? Going by the store today, and bearing in mind I went in the afternoon, the Lego group, the way they have distributed the boxes, I think they think Eevee is going to sell very, very well because that is priced to Mattel. Whereas this monstrosity and the big Pikachu is it's a new scale. That's probably the only way that you can do it. So that's why they've made up the price point and all that kind of thing. But seeing them in person, the Eevee did look good. It did look good. But because Eevee and Pikachu aren't exclusive to the Lego store, I do believe they're going to be at Smith's in the UK in May, which means they will be in a sale this year. So it's just food for thought. Food for thought. Well, this is the weird. So like I said, I had no intention. I made a video up this morning of like a morning after the night before. Because don't forget, we were streaming until 1 a.m. Well, 20 to 1. And by the time I packed everything up and actually had something to eat and all that kind of stuff, it was near enough 1:30 before I went to bed. And then when I woke up, I did the video in the morning of just seeing what was about. And obviously all the giveaways and things were still there. Not Australia. Australia's gone. So Australia's the first one to sell out. And I would imagine that's why I'm going to double check again later on this evening when people get back in from work and they realize that the set comes back with the giveaway. So I think a lot of people have been confused. I think a lot of people thought that the pre-order was it. And then, no, they clearly stated that you're going to get the giveaway with these bits and pieces again. But yeah, if you were to get Pikachu or to get Eevee or get both of them, you get one of these. So I went there at 12:15, just walked straight into the store, and they had everything, no problem. They had no problem. You might find that the Eevee will probably potentially go down to that price point. Let's have a look. But you'll have to wait into a sale. Because even Mattel, when they had Eevee, it wasn't that cheap. Let's have a look. What is it currently in dollars? Because the problem is you've got now is your dollar is really weak. So it's 59. At the moment, the Eevee is $59.90. And when Mattel did the Eevee, it's the same price. And Mattel did it 2-3 years ago. So it's in the same price. This is the only one that is in the same price point. The other two are completely different, but this is the only one. But you'll be lucky if it goes down to that price. It might do if you get it from your like supermarket. You should get maybe $10 off. You might get it for maybe $49, but you're not going to get the other two. Are never ever going to go anywhere near that way. Stuff coming, isn't there? There's supposed to be more because Pokemon is the largest ever new line that they're going to do in 1 year. So there's like 20 sets, I think. Something is 10, 20, 15, 20. So we've got a couple more models to come, and then you've got all the play sets. So all the play sets will be, but obviously these big models, I don't know how many more of them they're going to do. But yeah, there's some nice. It does look nice. It looks smart enough, and the box artwork and all of this stuff is a pretty cool touch, going back to sort of Pokemon Yellow. But yeah, it all depends on if the new Pokemon sets have the smart break. Because if they've got a smart break, they're just going to be more expensive. That's the thing. So, crazy collectibles. How are we? Lego Tick Tank Big Ship retires this December, says Misha. I think what they had to do is because Mattel has that market covered still. So even though they're not making the sets anymore, you can still buy them, and it's direct competition. So I think they've just gone for slightly different. They've done one with Eevee, and later on in the year they're going to do. Well, we know because we checked last night, didn't we? They're not going to do a Pokemon Center. It does look like you might get an arena, which would look pretty cool. And then you could have all the big characters dotted around it, and then you can see exactly what it's going on about. But there is stuff that you could get right now from Mattel that would work hand in hand from Lego if you wanted to. So that's not a bad idea. Crazy Collectibles, as good as the news on Gen 10. Do tell. What have we got? 3 holes in the ground, says Sean the Black Sheep. What do we mean? 3 holes in the ground? I am lost and confused. I think the two ways to look at that with regards to the smart brick is if you grow up with the smart brick, you won't know anything different and they'll love it. The problem is with that, it's the parents that have to pay for it, which they're not going to love. And I think anybody that grew up without the smart brick is all thinking like, oh, I'm not 100% sure. So it all, because the sets that they're making is for a completely younger age, because they're like 8+ sets, aren't they? Maybe some of them are 12. So they're just supposed to be like your Lego City stuff. That's all it's supposed to be. But we did say, and I think all of us agreed, like if you could buy the smart brick separately and get some of the sound chips and put them in like the roller coaster. So when this roller coaster is motorized, for example, and it went round and you had people screaming and all that kind of stuff, I think it would work really, really well. But they're not doing that. So you have to buy them all in the Star Wars stuff. The actual sets themselves, if people didn't like the sets, it doesn't matter because you can still buy them anyway. So you've got cantinas that are coming out again. You've got you had the big Master Series cantina that came out recently with all the minifigures in. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they're doing, but they are really they haven't said much. So I'm assuming what they're going to do is they're going to let Pokemon simmer today and tomorrow, and then they've got absolutely no choice and change the website at midnight on Saturday to push the smart brick. So I think Lego might have they might have screwed themselves over a little bit, because I know it's the 27th, and I know this is Pokemon Day, but I thought maybe they would have done the smart brick on the 5th just to give it a bit of breathing space. But they have got so many sets coming out on the 1st of March that they're just going to do it. You're going to get swamped with marketing today for this, and then that'll be it. And then it'll just be like, oh, we're moving on. So it's just, they're just a juggernaut. They are just a complete juggernaut. Let's have a look. Right, there we go. So you got some. You guys and girls are talking about the game side of stuff. I need to get back on top of the gaming. I'm miles behind with the games. Right, let's have a look at the Eevee instructions then. We'll just type in Pokemon. What's it going to give us? Nothing. That's annoying. Eevee. Right, so they have got them all on here. So this is this one, and that's what this one looks like. So it's obviously much smaller. The PDF is much smaller. Seeing this in person, it looks really good. So seeing this one in person, it's probably the best one, I would say. Yeah, well, this is what I thought they were going to do, Shibo, for that. I thought that's what they were going to do. I thought that's how they were going to do the smart brick stuff, where you could buy the smart brick separately because of how we did the countdown and read all their little bits and pieces. And then you see the videos of them doing stuff with ducks and planes. Because that was a big thing, wasn't it? There was a guy going around. You could do this for like 45 minutes and it charges for 3 hours. What did they say? They said like aggressive play or something. It will last for 45 minutes. Nothing. So they've clearly got the sound chips there ready to do stuff, but they're just testing the water with obviously Star Wars. I was about to say Star Trek then. I've got Star Trek on the brain. No, Star Wars. So again, that's from Pokemon Yellow, off on the Game Boy Color. So that's how I used to see all of my stuff, in a couple of pixels with a little bit of color rather than it being black and white. Yeah, DJI is a fan. DJI is a fan. Yeah, that's it. Well, so I think it just depends on how it is you can use it. So I'm just reading the poll, and it says for free reward, would you use the Lego Crocs for 7 days? And there is 57% of you are saying that you would wear the Lego Crocs for a week. There's no way you would. You're all lying. That is definitely not going to happen. So the Pokédex bio for this one, its ability to evoke, as we know, into 3 forms. It allows it to adapt smoothly and perfectly into any environment. So I guess if you want it to be an Eevee trainer, you could just have Eevee in the other 3. Because you can go to the stones, can't you? There's an episode where you meet the brothers where you can choose the water, lightning, or t'other one. So look at that though. As a thing, its weakness is fighting. So it's obviously no good until it evolves. But it's a cool looking thing. But this is number 133 for Pokemon. So the articulation on this is big. So you've got the head, ears, legs, and tail. And it's 587 piece count. And it weighs 14.2 ounces for the Lego spec. I think that's a good bit of fun that they've done that. I think that's a good bit of fun. So once a trainer, always a trainer is the next bit. If you felt the thrill of your first catch and instantly pulled into the new world, share adventures that lasted days, months, or even years, now you can relive some of those memorable milestones of your trainer's journey in Lego form. We work closely with the Pokemon Company International to build some of the most beloved, iconic characters. If you grew up with Pokemon in the 90s, we hope these sets will reunite the wonderful first steps in the incredible world. If you're just discovering your journey, you can train, build, bond alongside your chosen Pokemon, experience battles with your Pokemon, and just waiting to burst out of their boxes to embark on this journey with you. Yeah, so I would say Eevee's the best looking. Seeing it in person, annoyingly, I haven't seen Pikachu on the stand, so I am tempted to go back up there on Sunday just to see the new stuff, because obviously the new stuff comes out on Sunday. I know Reese is going to be very excited to get his boat, and Sean is all in on the smart brick as well. Massive Star Wars smart brick fan. But there's all the different, the 3 versions of Eevee. 3, there is 3, isn't there? Yeah. Is it fire? I can't remember what the other one is. Is it water, fire, lightning for the 3 evolved versions? Is it rock? I can't remember what the 3rd one is. That's bad. I've only just seen the episode. But yeah, this is definitely the best looking one. And you can have up to 3 builders doing it at the same time if you want to. So yeah, that'd be a nice little build for anybody that wants to put that together. And it does look very, very smart. It does look very, very smart. Well, to be fair, the box has fallen over there. the screaming stopped. So I'm assuming we're in our concussion stage, I would imagine. But also don't forget the giveaway. So the giveaway that is available with these. There's more than 3. I'm rewatching it again from the beginning. So there's only the 3 that we've got at the moment. Only the 3 that I'm up to. I'm sure in the other games and things, but in the original series, what we had 30 years ago, with the brothers, there was only three forms for Eevee. So obviously, to add more Pokemon in, they're just allowing them to evolve differently. But with regards to this, I think it's just got a couple of stickers in on the inside, and there's only one part you need. If you wanted to get this yourself and just use a Lego website, you can. So that's not a problem at all. But I think a lot of you will like the looks of this. I think this is a nice looking set. So I will build this at some point, but I think it would be rude not to tuck into the Pokemon sets first. So we'll start building this tomorrow. We'll go live later, obviously, to find out where the stuff is coming from March, because we haven't got that much time, really, because it's Friday. We stayed up till 1 a.m. last night. It's Friday now. If you wanted to get the stuff straight away and order it again at midnight tomorrow night, or you've got to go into the store Sunday morning. So I've only got tonight to find out where those bits and pieces are, and then we can figure out what we're going to do for a live stream tomorrow. So I'm going to sort out the pieces now in my big Pokebox. I do like that box. Does anybody want to look at anything as I'm just messing around with this? So I'm going to be doing this just for another 10 minutes. I can get the Lego website up and running in the background. I will more than likely be kicking everything off again at 8 o'clock, I would think, between 7:30 and 8, anywhere around that time, because I've got a video to upload, and then I'm going to get some food because I haven't stopped today. I know, heart bleeds, isn't it? But yeah, we'll build this up. We'll build this up tomorrow, which will be nice. So that'll be the little backdrop for a while, because it seems to be that this has got all the bags in. So why don't we have a look at the inside of this and see what's what? So because I will. What are we looking at? Did you guys like? Alrighty then. Yeah. So got another 10 minutes or so, just messing around with these. I'll get what I want to do. Obviously, as you know, the bags are a pain in the ass, aren't they? So I will get the bags on the table, put the bags back. That'll take about 10 minutes, and then we'll start to wrap things up. If you want to watch the Lego store video with it built, because I managed to film this thing built. The other 2 I couldn't, which was annoying. But there's loads of boxes. You can see just how much there is of the actual store. It's only like a 9-minute video. And then I'm thinking I'm going to go back up on Sunday and see what's what. But I might go up at the same time, because are people going to queue for the smart break, do we think, on Sunday? I don't know. Are they going to queue for it or not? I've got to sort. How many bags are there of this? 24? Good grief, there's a lot of bags in here. That is naughty. Naughty. Right, hang on. Is there any hidden surprises? No hidden surprises, apart from I don't know what the top bag number is. And I've got no space to sort these out. 0. I'll make it up. We'll make it up as we go. Yeah, and I suppose, is it being a Friday night? This is the fatty, isn't it? This is the chunk. So this has all the bags in, but apparently, if I've heard it correctly, like 16 of these bags is just the base. So she was like, I don't like the paper bags. I don't like them. But yeah, I'm going to get all of this together now. There's a lot of bags. But because obviously we have serious talks, don't we? Who is eating what this evening? Reese, are you going all in on some more food? Or are you treating is anybody treating themselves to a cheeky takeaway this evening? Shiva, you're doing your fine dining for 10 again, or how are you going to do your your stuff? Right, there's the teams. That's the singles. What do you like about the paper bag, Shiva? What, the piece is getting stuck at the bottom? Is that the stuff that you don't like? Oh, come on then, talk to us. Set it off, make me hungry. All right, that's the 20. Another team. Is there any more? Oh, more 20s. More 20s. Sure, these numbers are going up and up and up. All I'm waiting to happen is these bags to fall off, and that would suck. Right, where are we at? Right, so I now got to put these in reverse order, haven't I? So 25, 27, and that's the first one on the deck. All right, we can just stockpile those. So 25 was 26. 26. 25. 24, 23, 22. 21. And that's 20. Happy days. So there's 20, yeah, a lot of bags there. A lot of bags. I'm running out of fingers. 19. That's 19. 18. 17. 16. So what's everybody going to be building tomorrow? That's the question. What are you all going to be building tomorrow? 14, 13. 12. 11. 10, 9. There it is, 8. 7, 6, 5. 4, 3, 2, and there's the first bag. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, Shibo doesn't care about saving those turtles. Right, so what are we doing for time? We are nearly 6, basically 6 o'clock. So I'll bugger off now. I'll get some food and other bits and pieces, and then we'll do a deep dive this evening of the aftermath of all of this nonsense with regards to who got what and everything else like that. And then the build for this will start tomorrow, and it's just going to go over the next couple of weeks. So if you guys and girls are building anything, I'll start early afternoon, I would imagine, tomorrow, and just carry on. But tonight, does anybody want to look at anything specific tonight so I can actually get it on the list? Because we've got to check out all the different websites for the Lego group to see what's available with regards to the giveaways for people, what's sold out, back order, dates for Pokemon stuff. Then I was going to look at John Lewis, Smith's, Debenhams, Argos, and all those places to see who is getting what on the 1st of January, where's the smart brick going and all that kind of thing. And then what else is, yeah, and then it's just all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'll be going about anywhere from between 7:30 and 8 o'clock. Ultra Bricks will be kicking things off. But we need to basically do all the research for what will end up where on Sunday morning, because I don't know on Sunday morning if you can just walk into a non-Lego store and pick up the Star Wars stuff. Because obviously you can't with the Pokemon, but you might be able to with Star Wars. I want to check the dates, who's got what set, where's exclusive to who, and then anybody that's a fan of that, or again, like the World Cup stuff's coming out. There's loads of stuff coming out on the first, loads and loads and loads of stuff. So yeah, we'll just have to do a bit of a deep dive into who's got what. So that'll be the plan. Right, guys and girls, I will catch up with you in an hour or two. Well, about an hour or two. Then, like I said, we'll build this tomorrow, which will be nice and exciting. And I've got bag number 1 ready to go. So I will open that up on the stream tomorrow. So I will catch up with you all very, very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye, bye, bye.